Hey Avon, I'm Logan Murray, and I have a new episode of my documentary series, In Depth, to share with you guys today. This episode is about the parking lot here at the high school. Production of this documentary has been going on since the second quarter last year, so you'll see varying climates, masks, no masks, and Brandon Ferreira, an ENN student that graduated last year. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Stay tuned for more in-depth episodes right here on ENN. Whether you get driven by a parent or drive yourself to school, you've probably experienced some level of frustration with the Avon High School parking lot.
Unfortunately, our parking lot has become a point of contention for many.
Everyone wants a safer, more efficient driving experience at Avon High School.
But there are so many variables that can impact that efficiency.
I'm Logan Murray, and together with Brandon Ferreira, this is the Avon High School parking lot in depth.
When you go to the grocery store, gym, or restaurant, it's easy to get in and out of the parking lot in a few minutes.
But at school, it's not the same. And the problem stems from so many different factors. One of them, the number of people.
Avon.
People want to live in Avon.
Expanding in Avon. In the past 5 years, population up 16%.
Only one Northeast Ohio city made the list of the fastest growing cities in our state.
Avon being the only Northeast Ohio suburb that makes the list as fastest growing.
Avon has grown so much in the last few years, but the parking lot at Avon High School has not. And unfortunately, the traffic we experience is a direct result of this.
But before all of this population growth occurred, someone we already know was here in the building.
So someone who's been a part of this facility since it actually opened back in 1997-98, we're looking at bringing over 400 Avon Eagles to the facility. And at that time, the infrastructure of this land worked for us. We're at 1,500. The facility space really doesn't lend itself to a community of this size with the amount of cars and the traffic that we have for this property. We're limited in what we can do. We've got 2 ins and 2 outs, and they're both single lanes.
Was this school and was this street designed with the volume of people living in this city several years ago? No, absolutely not. 10 years ago, certainly not. Nobody could have expected the explosive population growth, 15 years ago, 20 years ago when this school was being built.
That's Joseph Glick. He's lived on Hunter's Trail for years. As someone with firsthand experience of the Avon High School traffic, his perspective is vital to the conversation about the parking lot.
We had a lot of conversations with district representatives, and it's key for this to be a success to have their inputs as much as possible. And throughout the whole process, we got tremendous support from your side, and I think that speaks well for this project.
That's Kevin and Liz. They're the architects who designed the new parking lot and the renovations to the building. A big decision that AVG made in the name of safety was the one-way design. We asked them about their thinking behind this.
So they're coming in through one way, and then you can organizationally go oh, my parking space is in this row, I come down here. It's basically, mostly just making sure that people were following a pattern to keep that safety versus someone coming in and cutting through.
I just believe in my heart that there's a better way to move traffic.
That's our school resource officer, Sully. His thoughts about the parking lot come from firsthand experience directing traffic every day.
If you look at how we back up traffic up here, we do not have a traffic light, and I've been an advocate for a traffic light at our driveway since the day I came to Avon. Believe me, I know that is hard sitting there, in that parking lot for 30 minutes to get out every night. That's hard.
Eyes on the road, sky turns to gold. I've seen the sign on the skyline. The urge in my soul, gotta let go. I've had enough of the hard times.
All right.
Let's
Start the timer.
I'm gonna start the timer.
Put it in reverse. Actually, we can't pull out right now, so.
I guess we'll just sit tight for a second.
Yep, have to wait. I'm gonna try if they can let me in.
Maybe they're giving us space to let us go.
I think this one would be letting us out. I think they might take our spot and then this Buick will let us go, I think.
That Buick is not letting us go, but it seems like they inched up. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Bro,
boy.
Right here. Let's see if he goes straight or if he...
I think they might take our spot, too. All right, and now we are pulling out.
All right, so basically at 8 minutes, we are finally out of the spot.
Okay, yep.
And
Got the go-ahead here.
We're passing the stop sign at 13 minutes and 15 seconds.
And now we can make the left. All right, where are we at?
So 17 minutes, about 17 and a half minutes to get out of the driveway.
All right.
Mind you, there's still people that are in the driveway, so, you know, it varies per person. And
people behind us, people in front of us, I think that's a good average. But, you know, for people that maybe live 15, 20, 25 minutes away,
right.
I think, you know, that shows right now your commute has turned from 15 or 20 to about half an hour.
The test we did serves as an example of some of the issues in the parking lot. As more issues become apparent in the parking lot, many stakeholders come up with solutions.
You know, what could we do if we took that walking path that empties out on Stony and then at the light at Kinsel? What if we somehow made that a road and made them line up so you have a traffic light?
Ultimately, it comes down to we need a second driveway that's purpose-built with a single flow of traffic in Detroit out 611 or from 611 out to Detroit, whatever it might be.
The next step in that process to get out to Detroit is to stop at a stop sign.
Yeah.
Is there anything that can be done on that side? Because the stop sign kind of, it's stop, go, stop, go, stop, go.
It does. You're absolutely correct. And sometimes I'm like, what is the deal here? If they made that you must yield to, think about that. How many cars are going to be over there? That's for student services and things like that. So is there a way to remove that stop sign and change the stop sign over here that says crossing traffic does not stop or you must yield? I think that's something that certainly can be. It's a good suggestion and should be explored.
It's easy to come up with potential solutions from an outside perspective, but it's really hard to implement them properly.
I think one of the things, you know, your former main entrance is going to remain a main entrance, well, not a main entrance, but it'll be a secondary entrance for the public. So a lot of cars, well, not a lot, but a few might be going straight through. And I think the stop sign keeps anybody, you know, if you're going off to the right, you know, most people, they expect to go to the right, but there may be a few going straight through.
We've heard quite a few valuable ideas on how we should solve the traffic issue, but Sully has a good quote on how they need to be implemented.
I can't see the traffic situation improving until we do something with this new Performing Arts Center. So I think we need all the stakeholders need to sit down and have a serious look. And that it's not just the schools, it's not just the police, it's not the city, it's all of us. We need to sit down.
The parking lot here at the high school is a big point of contention for students, parents, and staff. But there is a bright side.
You guys were situated in a very good spot because you have that very long front drive from Detroit Road. Most properties don't have that. That gives us the ability to get traffic off the main roads and onto our site. So I think that lended itself very well to...
And room for them to work on the site.
Would I like to see less traffic? Yeah, of course, absolutely. I would love to have no traffic on my street whatsoever. But it is what it is. You know, we're here, we're part of the community. There's I think, a sense of community in being this close to the school and being part of that community.
I would just ask that our viewers, your fellow students, some patience. Just have some patience. We know you're not going anywhere. You know, I think we can improve on this. At least that's my prayer, that we could at least have the stakeholders sit down and talk about this.
Whether you're a student, parent, or staff member, you've probably experienced some level of frustration in the parking lot.
But we're blessed to be in a school district that cares. As the stakeholders continue to talk about what changes need to be made, our hope is that the parking lot gets better in the years to come.